the quiet struggler. In the crucible of toil he forged his fate, a man of strength who knew no rest or wait. For years he toiled, his freedom long in sight. With sweat and tears he battled endless nights. Through trials and tests he climbed to reach the sky. His dreams of liberty, they soared so high. But at the zenith, as he gazed below, he saw a world in chains, in endless woe. A mother's tears, a child's eyes filled with fear, in shadows cast by tyrants drawing near. Oppression's yoke, its cruel and heavy load, crushed hopes and dreams along their thorny road. He couldn't turn away, his heart aflame. For freedom's light, he'd bear another's shame. He stepped into the darkness once again, to lift them from despair, to ease their pain. With chains that bit into his flesh like fire, he quelled the cries of anguish, the mire. For in the sacrifice he found his grace, a mother's smile, a child's embrace. The weight of shackles could not bind his soul. In giving freedom he became more whole. For love's true power, its essence pure and rare, is found in sacrifice, the willingness to bear. A hero's tale of courage and of grace, a man who willingly took oppression's place. To set a mother and her child free, and found in selflessness his destiny. No one would see this hero's might, as they passed him by in the shadows of night. All they saw was another in toil and pain, a figure burdened by oppression's chain. But to the woman and child he freed that day, they would forever remember his name, they'd say, for in his sacrifice they found their grace, and their hearts held a memory, a sacred place. Through the annals of time his story would resound, a hero unsung on hallowed ground. In the tapestry of lives his thread was sewn, a selfless act of love forever known. He chose to bear their suffering, their strife, to grant them freedom, a chance at life. In their hearts his name would forever dwell, a silent hero whose sacrifice we'd never tell. Though the world may pass him, not knowing his name, his legacy burned bright, like an eternal flame. For in the quiet act of love he'd found his fame, a hero in the shadows who'd never seek acclaim. He would be forgotten, working all his days, his name faded. For him there would be no praise, he'd live a quiet life, his story left unsung, passing from this world, with few words on his tongue. But for the mother and child he held so dear, their days would be filled with love, without fear. The child would grow in peace, in joy so profound, saved from a terror in her heart unbound. They'd carry his legacy, a silent debt they'd bear, a testament to a hero's love so rare. For in his sacrifice they found a new dawn, and in his selflessness they would carry on. Generations to come would live because of his grace, a chain of love and hope, spanning time and space. In their laughter and dreams his spirit would reside, a silent hero's legacy, a ripple through the tide. For the quiet ones who toil and give their all may never hear the world's applauding call, but in the hearts they touch, in the lives they renew, their legacy lives on, in the deeds they do,